Well, hello, my YouTube friends. Tonight I'm very happy since I'm due to present you another video about a great knife that I received while I was in Corsica, having fun, riding a bike, diving, and you see the signs of my fingers with the rocks, with those beautiful dives that I did. Sorry that you have to deal with those fingers today during this review. Anyway, after this nice week, and hopefully after you guys have a lot of fun during Blade, I'm here to make this video about the knife that I received during this week, and that, my friend, is the Peter Rassenti SNAFU. That's an integral, sorry, already losing my words. I don't know where it will come from here. Anyway, so that's a full tie titanium, full tie integral knife, and that, my friend, is an awesome knife. It is made by Peter Rassenti, who is a Canadian knife maker. Let me show you the blade while I'm rambling. And that I would say, his masterpiece as of now. He does some different models, but is very well known for the SNAFU. And you know, making an integral frame is something, in my opinion, very difficult. Something that Lion Steel achieved pretty well with their knives. And also Jerome Hover from France does absolutely outstanding integral. And I had not the pleasure to try the knives from Croatia, from Mr. Dalibor, but I heard that he makes also very, very nice integrals. Not a lot of people can master the art of integral, and Peter Rassenti does that perfectly well. I've waited like a couple of days before doing this review and make sure of what I thought about this knife, and now I can safely state that this knife is absolutely, yeah, you know what will come next. It is absolutely awesome. Yes, it is. Let's start first, if you will, with these handles. So that's one piece. You all know what integral is. It's a full piece of titanium milled inside to make this big handle. So that's a full piece of titanium. So you mill inside and you do the cut here for the lock bar, and you do the cut here and whatever. I mean, all the handle is one piece of titanium. But that is not all. It does also these very nice grooves, this jimping everywhere. You have a very aggressive jimping for, you know, for a perfect grip on that position with the choil here on the reverse grip. I don't even know why I'm taking this knife in that position. That must be a combat position, but it's, I don't know, for the sake of this video, just to show you that you have a perfect jimping here also for the reverse grip. And that jimping, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what it, I don't know what it stands for, but there's jimping everywhere. The grooves, or the fullers, I mean, call them whatever you want, grooves, are not here only for the aesthetics. Actually, they give you a really nice grip when you have the knife in hand. To be absolutely honest with you, I thought first that this knife, I would keep it like my Diaware or a lot of knives that I have like that I don't use. Because I thought it was a beast. Everyone refers to this knife as a beast. Most definitely, this is a stout, a very sturdy knife, but it's not a beast. I mean, it's very solid, don't get me wrong. You won't find anything, I mean, more solid than this one for an everyday use, or even for tactical or for a lot of use. But the fact that it is a one piece of titanium makes for a kind of, I wouldn't say thin, but it's really acceptable for an everyday carry. It is not thick as hell as the die wear can be. Let me try to check if I have my die wear here to show you the difference. So it is not as thick as the die wear. Yeah, here it is. Sorry about that. Look at that. I mean, compare those knives. Here you have this thickness, and here you have the thickness of the die wear. I'm not even sure that I'll be able to. Let me try to see. No way in hell. Let me try to see if I can do it like that. With one hand, it's very difficult. So you see the difference between those two. I wouldn't say that the SNAFU is slim, but compared to the die wear, this is a slim one actually. And also, a blade from the die wear is that kind of recurved tento. It's not very user. This one, I would say it's a nice drop point with a nice belly, and that's kind of a nice user, a nice slicer, and I used it for that some days now, and that's a perfect blade. I mean, what can I say, my friend? That's a perfect blade, and you know what? It can easily replace in my books the Shirogorov. That is, and as of now, that was my ultimate companion, the knife that I would keep and that I would carry if I had to save only one knife. Believe me, my friend, I haven't said that of a lot of knives. I've said that only of the Shirogorov as of yet, and I need to, you know, to keep that knife a little bit more, and I probably make another review later. But I am quite positive that this knife can have the same use as the Shirogorov. It is fairly heavy, I would say, but not that much. I mean, it's a lightweight knife compared to the die wear. That when I hold it like that in hand, I hate the specs, but believe me, my friend, this wears a ton compared to the SNAFU. I carried this knife like for a couple of days, and you have a nice real estate in the pocket still for other things to put in the pocket. The carry is not really deep carry, but that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, really, that's a knife that can be an EDC, and that was against all odds and really against what I thought of this knife before getting it. Now, let's talk about something very important, which is the blade. You have different finishes, also for the handle. You know, we were with the handle. The handle here has, you know, the regular bead blast finish, which is okay, but you know, as for the CRKs, it wears, and you have a lot of scratches the minute you put that in your pocket. So I might do a treatment here and to do a satin on the flat. I've seen that Peter Rassenti did that on one of his knives. I think it was the one from Jim Skelton. I don't remember. Anyway, the flats here in satin and the grooves in bead blast. And I think that would be better for this knife, since the blade is a full satin and only here the groove is in bead blast. So that would be, I mean, more symmetrical in my books to have a handle reminiscent of the blade. You see, full satin with only the groove in bead blast. So here a full satin flat with the grooves still in bead blast. I'm sure that would be awesome, and I'm gonna ask some knife maker of I know to do probably this job. Anyway, bead blast handle, I mean integral. Now, what is to say about the blade? That is something that I mean that's the piece I prefer in this knife. Look at that, my friend. You have a lot of finish in the SNAFU, and this one is by far my favorite. You have what I call a triple tone finish. Triple tone because you have the fuller here, which is in very nice bead blast, the same as on the handle. Here you have the satin, which is an, I would say, hand rubbed finish satin, absolutely perfect with those horizontal lines. And here on the bevel, look at that. You see, the lines are not or vertical or horizontal, they are oblique like that. Look at that. And that makes a very, very, very nice effect. I hope that this video does the justice to this beautiful, beautiful blade. And I think it does. I think it does in a way. But still, you have to carry that in your hands to know. And on the other side, it's really the same. And I just love to look at, oh yes, look at that. My friend, isn't that beautiful? So I love that. Now, that's a flipper. You don't want to use those stop pins as thumb studs. I mean, you can if you put some real action on it, because as you know, I'm a really strong guy, so that's what I did while opening it. But I don't recommend you do that, otherwise you're gonna hurt your thumb probably. And it's one of the best flipper on earth, so use the flipper tab is kind of aggressive here. You got nice jimping here, and the action is just superb. Look at it, wow! And try to hear that noise. The noise is outstanding. That is the kind of noise that you hear on an RJ Martin, that you hear on my Thorburn. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that the fact that here it's all closed, as on the Thorburn and on the RJ Martin, it makes a kind of echo when the blade deploys. But that makes a noise like from another planet. Look, try to hear that. Whoa! Hell, that's a great noise. Yeah, that is probably one of the best flipper I've got. The detent is I mean really strong. To break the detent, it's hard, but the flipper is so effective that so that you really don't feel it. It doesn't hurt you when you open it. But believe me, the detent, I mean, this blade won't move. And just so you know, I put a lot of effort if I want to disengage it with the stop pins here. So absolutely awesome detent. I could live with the weaker detent, that would be more than enough, but you know, it's just fine like that. Now let's go and let's see this engagement. Yeah, as you can see, it's something like 30%, so that's awesome. Yeah, believe me, there is no blade play whatsoever. This knife is rock solid with the huge stop pins here, 2 stop pins. Okay, and the lock here is just rock solid, rock solid. I love the action on this knife. The design of the blade also is just stunning. Look at that. That's a thick blade, my friend. Look at that. It's a humongous blade. It has to be 5 millimeters here, and the effect here is just stunning. Look at that. The fuller stopping here with the point here. Man, it is just a great knife. And that choil is just awesome for small cutting tasks. You know, it's very ergonomic. I have nothing but good things to say about this knife, because everything is perfect. The fit and finish is excellent. The feel in hand is superb. The aesthetics are outstanding. It's an integral. I mean, you have everything you need about a knife on this knife. Everything, really everything you need. This is your blade centering, just spot on. Yeah, really, I'm trying to think of something wrong about this knife, and I don't, except probably the mid blast, but that's only a finish, you know. I will definitely put the satin on those flats, because you see, yeah, you see that. But for those of you who own a CRK, this kind of bead blast finish, whereas, I mean, you see the traces of the carry every time. So anyway, that's just a finish, nothing really important. But this knife is awesome, and if ever you have the chance to score one, I highly suggest that you do, and I will keep it with me. This won't go anywhere anytime soon, and I hope that you have a chance, my friends, to score one like that, because that's a great knife. I'll catch you, my friend, for another video very soon. Bye bye.